What do you do, Scott?
Is this the right podcast for that?
What you do now?
Okay. Years ago, in a former life, I was a police officer for 25 and a half years.
No.
Jesus, we finally got.
Oh, we're about to have some fun.
No, it was U.S. Park Police, so don't go that.
Well, they have
Okay.
more authority than the regular police, don't they?
It depends.
They say that.
Depends where you're at, Depends where you're working. In New York, I worked in like the narcotics unit and stuff like that. And I used to be a regional undercover guy. I don't think I ever met you guys. I was in New England a lot.
We're not into narcotics. We're into
Crazy? I don't know, man. I mean,
Farmers.
there's a million crazy things, and I worked. I was assigned to MS-13 for like 4 years at a U.S. Attorney's office and did that. And there was a lot of craziness around them guys. I don't know, man. I was there the morning of 9/11 at the Pentagon. I was there for all
Really?
kinds of crap. So I don't know. Craziness?
All right, sweet. So welcome to the Dirt Room, man. This is the podcast where it's always 420.
Cool. Awesome.
Right? Do y'all burn?
No.
No? Not at all? Y'all just play music or just rockers?
Not these days, no.
That's
not
what's
these
up.
days.
That's what's up. So we're here with Mike and Scott from Foreign Company that are going to be at our event in 1 week from today, matter of fact.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be sick. So what are y'all up here for right now? Y'all are getting ready to do a show tonight, right?
Yeah, with a different band. Yeah,
Okay.
Rebel Soul Kid Rock tribute band.
That's what's
Okay,
up.
cool. You're going to Rosie's old night. Oh,
Yeah, we're
Okay,
opening
cool.
up.
I might
Yeah.
come after my birthday party. I might ride over.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we're just doing an hour set.
So tell us a little bit about you guys. Tell us a little bit about the band, like wherever you want to start, man. Just kind of where the band started, where the name come from.
Yeah, so the excuse me, the band started. The other guitarist Brian started a band called Company B. It was a Bad Company tribute band. We went through some stages and a couple people getting sick with illnesses and stuff like that and coming back. And to do a Bad Company tribute band, you had to go do some really deep cuts that people didn't know. So one day it was like, hey, let's just add another band's music. Came up with Foreigner because a lot of people weren't doing Foreigner. It kind of mixed together good, and it works. So that's where you got Foreign Company from. So.
All right, because there's not a whole lot of mainstream Bad Company songs that people know.
Yeah, I mean, there's enough to do about an hour of Bad Company,
Okay.
but to do a whole night,
Right.
we would.
I was actually shocked when he joined. It was me and Mike have been playing in bands for what?
A long time.
15 years now. And he joined when they were Company B, and I was like, what do you guys got, like 3 songs? And then he showed me the list. I'm like, I didn't realize how many hit songs Bad Company
Right.
actually had.
Right, me
they
neither.
They actually have a pretty deep list of
Really? I
hits.
can think of 4.
Me too. Maybe
If-
4.
If he showed you, if we showed you a list, you'd be like, oh yeah, oh wow.
Yeah, they just like that.
Yeah,
They say
I
that,
was
yeah.
I was taken aback by that, honestly. And then they asked me to join a band last year.
Yeah,
I came in as second guitar player, so it's a blast.
And then you sing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah, I couldn't find a whole lot with y'all online. Do you not? You don't do a lot of online social stuff? Or just word of mouth for everything?
We kind of like every time we get going, something like drops us down, and we get going, and it drops us down. So we're getting there on stuff. We don't post a lot online personally.
Right.
We let I'm sure if you do a YouTube search, there's stuff out there from us.
Yeah.
Probably Company B stuff. Foreign Company's only been a year probably that we added the
Okay,
foreigner
so
stuff.
we should have been looking at Company
Yeah.
B or...
Yeah, so if you look at Company B, there's 2.
Oh,
One's us, one's from like the 50s or something like
Really?
that.
Okay.
Three girls singing or something. So
that's not you.
it's a good time though, man. It's a good time. Lots of hits that we play. Foreigner's got a bunch of stuff, and
For sure.
yeah, so it meshes well. And
So what inspired y'all to get in a band? Like, what type of? Did you grow up on music? Was your parents into music?
Nah, my parents weren't into music.
Nah, mine neither.
Really?
I grew up in New York City, and I was like a little metalhead from the late '70s into
With
the
the
'80s.
rock shirts on. How old are you?
I just turned 59 yesterday.
Oh, so you're a little older than me, but yeah, I remember that era.
I grew up in that
Oh,
whole new wave of British metal, Iron Maiden,
Yes.
Judas Priest.
Right.
Motorhead is the greatest band that ever existed.
Nice comment there.
Hey, yeah, and he played on stage, like Lenny played on stage with fucking cancer or something.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
right
yeah.
until a week before
Yeah.
he died or something. That's a rock and roller right there.
No,
for
he
sure.
was true. That's why I love him, man.
Yeah, he's a gangster.
He was rock and roll.
Yeah.
You don't build them like that anymore.
No.
I aspire to be that way, but I'd be dead in 24 hours.
Yeah, man. He went through it though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. My dad was always big into music, so I've been listening to music since I was just a wee kid. You know, I mean, I know so many songs. I listen to so many genres. I'm always looking for something new. I always wanted to play or sing or do something. I just never.
Yeah, you do.
You know, yeah, right. I do on my own time. But
I catch him singing all the time.
yeah, y'all actually got down and learned how to play instruments and stuff, man. I never did that.
Yeah. I got started with my grandfather in Brooklyn, New York, had a record store. So when I was a kid, I still got 45 stacked up.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, 'cause I
nice.
would get them all.
Jamie Simpson loved to look
Oh,
up
yeah.
him little record.
Yeah, he'll be at
collection,
Reggie Soul tonight.
Yeah,
Jamie
nice.
Simpson.
And then then my godfathers would go to like radio stations to get like promo records all the time and give them to me and stuff like that. So I'm a little bit older than even him. So
Have you ever recorded any music, like in a studio,
yeah.
laid down tracks?
absolutely.
Okay.
Actually, most of my career music was original music, and then I stopped for a while. I had a kid, and I was like, all right, let me raise a kid, and then came
Life
back.
changes.
I came back into it, and now it's like, well, the money. You know, I'm not going to be no rock star. So let's do something that's fun, people like, maybe make a little cash pocket.
Right,
you know,
right.
so.
At least be able to pay for yourself getting through, not put
Yeah.
out of pocket, right?
I mean, are you a full-time rock star, or what do you do for?
No, I was
day-
retired, and I did that for a little bit, and then I went back to work. I just recently went back to work. Yeah.
Worked on what? That's kind of what he.
Yeah, I was getting there. What do you do for a living now, or what's your?
Well, right now I'm running I work for an IT company. Well, actually an internet company. We put our own fiber in the ground, all that like a Verizon, Comcast kind of thing.
Oh,
On the
okay.
Eastern Shore, we're in all the counties on the shore. So,
What do you do, Scott?
Is this the right podcast for that?
what you do now?
Okay. Years ago, in a former life, I was a police officer for 25 and a half years.
No shit.
Jesus, we finally got.
Oh, we're about to have some fun.
So it was U.S. Park Police, so don't go that
Well,
way.
they have more
okay.
authority than the regular police, don't they?
It depends.
They say that.
Depends where you're at, you know. Depends where you're working. But I retired from there like 13, almost 14 years ago.
Okay, and then what?
So I'm a part-time maintenance guy in my county rec and parks department for the
okay.
last bunch of years.
My uncle does the same thing for Shenandoah, or not Shenandoah, college, Shenandoah.
Shenandoah University.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I basically, mow lawns, string trim, fix things.
Okay.
It's awesome. I'm outside all day.
Well,
It's cool.
you like doing it. It ain't a job, right?
Yeah.
Retired.
So tell me the craziest thing that happened while you were a police officer. Like I know you got a good story or two in there somewhere, bro.
The craziest, man. I don't know.
It was this in New York.
I was in the New York field office for the first 12 years and in D.C. for the last 12 and a half. But I was a major crimes detective in D.C.
No shit.
In New York, I'd worked in like the narcotics unit and stuff like that. And I used to be a regional undercover guy. I don't think I ever met you guys. I was in New England a
Well,
lot.
we're not into narcotics. We're into
Crazy? I don't know, man. I mean,
Farmers.
there's a million crazy things. And you know, I worked, I was assigned to MS-13 for like 4 years at a U.S. Attorney's office and did that. And there was a lot of craziness around them guys. You know, I don't know, man. I was there the morning of 9/11 at the Pentagon. I was there for all
Really?
kinds of crap. You know, so I don't know, craziness. I'm not going to get into the really graphic crap.
Right.
Okay.
It was a ride.
It had its moments.
Yeah.
It had its moments.
So at the Pentagon that moment, can you talk about that anymore? Like,
Well, I mean, I was driving to work, and my wife, ex-wife now, she worked at a special agency in Maryland as a special agent, and I was driving to work. She called me from work. She goes, "Hey, you told me at the towers," and I'm driving in, and I see this plume of smoke come up from like I'm on, I think like South Capitol, North Capitol, one of the capitals going in. At the time, my office was in the Washington Navy Yard. And I was like, oh man, they hit the Capitol or they hit something like that. It was really like for me, you know, they said suit up. You know, detectives, we had our little BDU uniforms and crap. And he said, get over to they sent me to the 14th Street Bridge, which is like, deal with the walking wounded, deal with like whatever comes across the bridge and all that crap. So we went over there. And it was like, for us, it was a whole lot of, really, I didn't do much. Stood around for like 28, 29 hours or something. You know, the worst thing for me was being in New York City. growing up there, I lost a lot of friends on 9/11. Guys I grew up with who were firemen and police and worked in the towers. So, like, that was the worst thing for me.
Wow.
It wasn't so much in D.C. He was getting phone calls all day about this
This
guy
guy,
went in
that
and didn't
guy.
get out. That guy went in and didn't get out. You know, that was the worst part of it.
That's tough.
But,
That was a rough
Yeah.
day for everybody.
yeah. Well, you know,
Where were you that day? I remember where I was. We was doing windows in a house in West Virginia, and I remember walking through the den, going into the bedroom to do the windows, and I seen it on the TV. It's like nobody forgets where you were at that moment, right?
Yeah.
I was I was working for the phone company. I was out on the street. I remember when it happened.
We were framing a house over on Cincinnati Road. We went to the pizza shop for lunch, and that's where we got seen it all on TV. Sat there for 3 hours watching it. Yeah.
Crazy times, man.
Yeah, man, that was nuts.
I just think, like, my kids, my son was a year old. My daughter wasn't even close to being born yet. It's ancient history to them.
It seems like
you know?
it was
It's
yesterday,
weird,
but
man.
you think about it, it's 25
It's weird that,
years
like,
ago.
when I talk to my daughter, and that's just ancient. It's like us thinking about World War II or something, you know? It's weird.
Yeah, time just moves so fast now. It's like even comparatively to when we were younger, it's like days seemed longer, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know, just crazy.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's
they
like with the internet and everything's so fast paced now, man. It's like bah, 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 bah. We're doing 100 things in one day sometimes. You know,
And then it forgot about.
yeah,
move on
and
to
then the next day,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah. I remember my
that
dad
effort.
saying, "Time flies once you get old." I'm like, "What? I'm waiting to get my driver's license. I'm waiting to turn 18. I'm waiting to turn 21." My dad said, "Man, time flies once you get old." I'm like, "Whatever. It's like forever." And then now, 25 years goes by in a minute. It seems like.
Blink.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just blink.
Now, my daughter's about to graduate high school. I was like, weren't you just like 6 years old the other day?
right.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to have my daughter's 16th birthday party today.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
yeah, mine's getting ready to graduate college. I go to her college graduation next month.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man,
that's
it's crazy to get this old, right?
Yeah.
We made it.
Just wait.
I always said
I know, right?
I just took better care of myself. I knew I was going to make it this long in life.
He's not going to admit it, but he's a grandpa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm a grandpa of a 10-year-old.
We got two of 'em.
Yeah,
I could have been a grandpa years ago.
So let me ask you, ex-officer.
Yeah.
So was when you were in New York and stuff, was the marijuana a big problem, or was that a big problem with the drug problem, or
I never considered marijuana a drug problem.
Thank you very much for
honestly.
stating that, sir.
So I had in New York City, it's kind of unique at the time because under state law, marijuana was basically decriminalized. It was a violation to have a ticket, right? Under federal law, which I was a federale, I could. It was a
class one?
right.
One?
I'd search your car, search you, lock you up, whatever.
Yeah.
So, and then that gave me a lot of leeway. That if I caught you on my property with pot, which we did every day.
Yeah.
We did it every day. I'll give you, even when I was in narcotics, I honestly never took marijuana seriously. I never wanted to arrest anyone for it. I didn't want to give people tickets for it.
Yeah, it was found on the scene, but it wasn't the only thing found on the scene.
Well, so a lot of stuff goes into. I mean, you might search a car and find a gun, or find cocaine, or what, and that changes everything. But I remember I got in trouble once because I found a guy smoking a joint, which is a misdemeanor, smoking it in public at the time. And I asked the guy, I said, "Listen, man, if all you got is pot, I'm just going to let you go with a warning. It's no problem. Just hand over what you have left." And this guy pulls out this bag. I don't know how many. And I was like, "God damn it." And
You said I throw it away.
and I was like,
I didn't mean 5 pounds.
if I was smart, and I'm not, if I was smart, I would have been like, "All right, man," I would have tossed that crap down in the drain or something. But I didn't do that. I was like, "All right, man. Well, I'm a man of my word. Have a nice night." And I brought that stuff in and vouched it, man. I got called in on the carpet for that. Why isn't that guy? That was 40 ounces or whatever it was.
Right.
Why isn't he under arrest? I said, "I'm a man of my word." I told him if all he has is pot, I'm going to let him go. So I let him go. And they're like, "You need to go get a warrant for him." I'm like, "I'm not doing that." "Well, then we're going to write you up." I said, "Go ahead. What are you going to, sorry."
Guys,
Right.
I'm going.
Right, can you imagine showing back up to his door, knocking on the door like, "Look,
There was
man,
no way in hell.
sorry.
I was like, "Look, man, right? I'm not getting a warrant for for the guy. I told him I wouldn't lock him up. I'm not locking him up.
Right.
Write me up if you need to. Whatever.
I'm taking the hit for this guy.
But yeah, and I did. I got yelled at for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel a lot of officers feel that way, you know. I mean, because, you know, it was pushed, you know, past the point of being, like now, they got so much more free time, you know. Like every time they walk up to a car and they smell weed or something, you know, they don't have to search, you know. They don't have to do this, you know what I mean? And they've kind of washed their hands with it around here. You know, Virginia's legal to carry, legal to possess, legal to grow. There's nowhere to buy it. You know, but, you know, that's kind of, we're waiting on the governor's changing here in November, but, you know, it's a weird world right now. And I think police officers just, it's so weird that they don't even want to mess with it because, you know, is it THCA? Is it THC? Is it CBD? Is it CBG? Is it, you know, it's just so many different compounds and stuff that they've, you know, come up with to disguise it as what it is, you know. I mean, it all comes from the hemp plant.
It's also one of those things as a cop when you're like, why am I messing with this? Because even if I arrest somebody, it's not going to go anywhere. Nobody's going to jail over this. No, nobody's getting in trouble for this.
Waste of time and resources when you could be going after someone that's doing something serious.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
You know, that's a part of the thought process too.
Yeah,
Then again, I've known cops that if you had a seed, you're in handcuffs.
Yeah, and that's
I've known those guys too.
illegal is illegal.
Yeah, right.
You know, like you said, there's got to be a give, you know, like you did that give to that guy, you know, I mean, and if everybody was like that, it would be a whole different world today, I think.
I don't like being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And sometimes being a cop means you have to be a hypocrite because, you know, I was no angel growing up,
Right.
you know, and I like, you know, that was back in the days when I, hey man, can I get a dime? And they give you 10 rolled joints.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you could smoke all 10 of them. You're like, I'm a little high.
Yeah, right.
You know, and now,
I almost feel it.
look, after I retired, somebody got me a
Damn
bowl.
Mexican.
Somebody got me a bowl, some got me a little bag, and I said, okay, I didn't do it my whole time I was a cop. I never touched that
Never
stuff.
before you was a cop?
Oh, before I was
Right, okay.
Don't tell the interview board that. But yeah,
It's too late for that.
I was a
shit.
musician, man.
Yeah. I smoked with her. I didn't have to smoke. I was just around it.
Oh yeah, contact highs, right? No, I was in it. I liked it. But then when I tried it later, you know, things have changed as far as THC content and stuff like that.
Exactly. It happened.
So I tried it, man. I just didn't dig it. I was like,
Paranoid.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people
And
say
it's
that.
so high, man, that I'm
Yeah.
just sitting on the couch going, man, I'm not digging this. It's not like the old
Biggest
days.
thing about it is taking a little bit.
Well,
Just getting that one
that's
hit, seeing where
because
you're
it's a
at.
Schedule 1 problem. You know, Schedule 1, you can't do human testing with Schedule 1.
Yeah.
So you know, we don't really know. I mean, because you saying that, we hear that all the time. You know, people say, "Oh my God, I ate this gummy, I'll never do it again," or "I smoked this, I'll never do it again." But the problem is, you know, it's just like you can't go to the bar at 16 years old and order a bottle of tequila.
Right.
You know,
And drink the whole thing.
and drink the whole thing
Yeah,
and
right.
think you're going to be okay.
Or
You're
even
never going to
half
drink
of it.
again in your life. But you know, if you went to that same bar and said, "Hey, can I have a Bud Light or something light?" You know, that it would be a whole different experience. Just like that high potency weed isn't for me either. I can't stand it.
Right.
Me and him both like 18%. We don't like 30%. You know,
Because we
like
smoke all day. We're not those come home and want to, you know, fall on the couch
That just
type.
cracks me up. You're talking percentage.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it is. It's no different than alcohol. You know, it's no different than a light beer and a bottle of tequila. You know, it's just it's the content of it. You know, how much is in one shot or
But
one
yeah, we
drink.
send off COAs and get things measured. You know, just like you were saying, same reason. We don't have anything to compare on except for the stuff that we do when we grow and test it ourselves. And how does it?
You know, we don't
affect
have
us?
100 or 1,000 people in a study. You know, to study on them. You know, I mean, it's coming. You know, and then once that comes,
But pretty much what you're doing is informal. You know, and it's
yeah. I mean, right now we're teaching. I mean, we sell plants, we sell teens, we sell dirt, we sell stuff like that. We have events, stuff like that. You know, we're just kind of getting the community together. You know, and that's it's a good community. You'll see it on next Saturday night. It's a good group of people. Like I guarantee you, there won't be a fight. There won't be a problem. There won't be any hard feelings with nobody after that night. You know, I think it'll go off like nothing. You know,
Hopefully it's gonna be. Hopefully it's 900 people and it'll be chaos.
Well, we
we're
know,
looking
we know
forward to
Jerry's
it,
gonna
that's
make
for sure.
money. Jerry's gonna make money.
Oh well, yeah, you know.
Yeah, you got the beer and liquor.
So yeah, I fixed y'all this up, man. I didn't know the two of you was coming, and I think we only have one shirt printed anyway.
That's fine.
that's awesome.
That's
man.
an
Thank
extra large. Is that
Yeah.
either one of y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here's a couple cards, sticker, lighter, and then
Hey,
here's
we'll hook you up
thing
with
for
it.
the banner.
We're going to hook up the band with concert shirts.
Oh, that's
Okay,
awesome,
cool.
man.
and that's on the front,
Thanks.
and this is on the back.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice,
cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
We did a lot of work on that. We just got
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it. The band's looking forward to it. We love coming out here.
Yeah.
We get a good response out here, and you know,
Yeah.
we know Billy. So,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Billy's our. He played here. We had him here for Halloween.
Nice.
Man, it was good. About 200 people here. It was,
Nice.
It was a good time. Man, we built a big stage in the shop up there. Where we played
Nice.
that good stuff. Yeah, he's good people. He put on a hell of a show. He forgot his wireless mic.
Oh, did
And
he?
you know how he likes to run.
Yeah,
around
he
the
runs
crowd.
around.
Man, that's that drop cord. Oh, everywhere through the shop, people were tripping over it. He was running everywhere with it.
It was a good time. Wish I wasn't so far away, man, because we just had a Tough Luck Band in here playing at one of our bingo events. And that was awesome, man.
Yeah,
It really-
everybody
it
loved
was
it,
really
man.
cool.
Yeah.
So maybe sometime if y'all are like up on the weekend, maybe a Friday night if we're doing bingo, y'all want to hit this and then do your event Friday or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever, man. But we would love to have y'all, seeing what's up,
Yeah, I think
future stuff,
Yep. Okay.
after that, we don't have anything. Foreign company doesn't have anything till August right now. So
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, we'll be starting to book again.
Well, we have a event every other Friday, so I mean, it's worth it. Like Kim, she came from Fredericksburg somewhere. That's where she lives.
I think so.
She's about an hour and a half away. And you're 3 hours, right?
Three for me, 2 for him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but if it was a paying gig, you'd come, right?
Oh yeah, man.
hell yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we could get, it's always nice if we travel a bit to get like 2 nights in a row or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and it might be
really makes it
possible, with
worthwhile.
stuff at the backseat and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
they're always looking for.
Yeah, Jerry's always got something going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good people.
Yeah.
If you don't notice, these are all backseat chairs.
Oh, I didn't even know.
They're all. He's got new ones now. We got all the old ones.
Nice.
Up there in the bingo hall, we got like 40 of them up there.
Yeah, I tell you, from the first time I talked to him, he's just been stand up.
Yeah,
He's probably one of the best guys I've worked with.
Yeah,
That
Nice.
owns a place.
he's got a lot of stuff on his plate, and he deals with it pretty good. I mean, I've known him for 20 years.
We got drug. We got drug in for the Kid Rock thing because his wife is a huge Kid Rock fan.
Yeah.
So that's where I met him at first.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. Kim, right? Yeah, Kim.
yeah.
Yeah, she's good. She runs around that event center. She runs
Yeah, man,
the
she
whole-
keeps them in check, man.
Yeah,
she-
yeah. Jared just damn there with his 25-year-old T-shirt on. Sorry, Jared.
Why am I not on the beach?
Yeah, we actually caught him on film last time we was in there. He was just standing over there watching, handles it like this. Playing.
Yeah, we did that one video, and we broke into the back seat and put our banner up. And the girl Chrissy called us. We just messed. It was a fake video. And
Right.
Jared was on a boat in an island somewhere, right? He messaged us. He goes, "I can't believe you broke into my place while I was gone." It was good. It was a good video.
Yeah, good
Yeah, I have
time.
to look that up, man.
So before we finish up here, I got a couple of crazy little videos. I
Sure.
want y'all to look at. See what y'all
This is
y'all
our-
think. See what y'all think of this guy.
Holy shit.
If you look at his hand, I was looking really. Some of his hands all beat up right here. Like he's really driving him some bit. I don't know
I'm
how
waiting
hard
for it
wood
to go
is.
through his hand.
Yeah. I don't know how that's humanly possible.
Right.
As a guitar player, that's awful.
Switch
That's
hands.
terrible. Those other
Hey,
hands.
he's ambidextrous, bro.
I'm waiting for that.
Look, toenail a little bit.
All right, man.
Remind me never let that guy smack me.
Dude, can you imagine, bro? Huh?
Paul.
No doubt. All right, so this is an ad I found. We're trying to figure out if this is real or not. But tell me if you would ride this.
Oh, I saw that. That's
Oh, I
nice.
saw
This is
this
awesome.
thing.
Oh, what do you think about that?
It's like
man,
Kawasaki makes that,
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy, right?
I would jump on that thing in a minute.
Man, I
Yeah,
love
hell
that.
yeah, man.
This isn't your average ride through the wild. This is the Corleo tearing through the
Now I
terrain.
heard that the video is AI,
Yeah.
Probably
created.
is.
Powered-
That's
and
the
this
same
is
thing
like
Ronnie said
a
at first.
concept that they have,
Right.
that they want to
four-legged
build.
robot built by Kawasaki. Its legs move independently to conquer rough ground with ease.
But you know, man, life
It
imitates
even
art.
responds to your body's movements,
Oh, yeah, they wanna
making
build
the
it.
ride both
Oh, I
thrilling
mean,
and
it's
smooth.
coming.
Some of the
coming.
robot stuff out now
Would
is
you
amazing.
saddle up this modern-day steel stallion?
Hell yeah.
All right, so this one was titled "Crackhead Does Backflip Off Roof for $1."
Oh, that's
right.
Yours.
Let's do it, make it more. Come on, man, you can do it. Exclusive.
You saying a prayer.
There you go.
He's just gonna do a nesty plunge. I see it go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
Folded him up.
Look, he
Hold
gets
on.
up. He gets up. Whoa.
Nice.
oh, he stood up.
He felt no pain. No pain.
A little bit.
Maybe a little bit. I got friends who would do that for $1.
$1?
Man. Jamie comes up to this shit.
Yeah, man, that's just some of the little stuff that I find.
Nice.
You ever watch Kermit? You ever seen the Kermit Does Omegle? You know what Omegle is? It's some kind of online thing where you're just flipping through seeing people.
Okay.
And then
Kermit does Omega.
Kermit does it, and he'll be sitting there talking to somebody and be like, "Yo, what's up, girl?" And all of a sudden, this big green cube cover comes up. He calls it the BGC. He calls it. You gotta get on the BGC.
What you doing?
Oh, hey there, baby.
Hey.
You're looking pretty good.
Oh, really? Thanks.
Don't you dare do it.
What you got
I
there?
got something for you.
No, please, please.
Oh, my gosh.
It's funny. You got to get to the ones that are. Look for one where like Miss Piggy's tied up in the back or something like that.
Right, yeah, these are long. Here's a couple of shorts. Oh, yeah, I can see it in the pictures here.
Yeah.
They got it blurred out. See it right there.
It's fun. It's hilarious, man.
I bet it is. I found this dude the other day. He's like some 40-year-old balding guy, and his hair's long, and he streams. And he was watching these chicks or something they was on the stream with, and he was like, "Hello, have you ladies been rizzed today?" You know what I'm saying? And he's got this thing on his head, and he's got these clips that he punches in, and it's got like a song, and he's like, and the song punches in, you know what I'm saying? And the girls are just kirking out, bro. It's so funny. Because you don't see that he doesn't have any hair. Like, he's got this thing on his head or a cap. And then he clips in this video, and it shows him with no hair going, "Ooh, look at all sexy." It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the internet's got some crazy stuff on it, man. That's for sure.
Well,
It does.
Keeps you going, so yeah.
So, yeah, man, we can't wait till next week, bro.
Same here. Same here. We're looking forward to it.
we got a good lineup, I think. We got a good crowd coming. Got a big following. I mean, we've been pushing it. We've been giving away tickets every Monday for the last 5 weeks, you know, different sponsors and stuff, you know. And we try to keep the community involved, you know, like different restaurants and different
That's
places
awesome.
around
That's
here, you know. I mean, everybody tries to, you know, we did a video with the Triangle Diner is the restaurant in the middle of Winchester that's been closed for 20 years. The guy won't open it up. It's an old stainless steel diner. And it's sitting right there in front of Hanley, right on the parade route, everything. And on April Fool's, we went over and said we were going to open it up as our brick and mortar store. 200,000 people later.
Yeah.
the owner, a couple haters.
Right, yeah.
Somebody called me a flops.
Man, them stores are everywhere in Maryland.
Really?
Are they?
Yeah, man, there's stores.
And
Well, they said there's one in
being
Ellicott
used?
City. There's there's a couple in Jersey.
dispensaries.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's one really nice one. They put it on West Street there. In
I actually played a
Annapolis.
gig there.
Did you? It's like,
Really?
I mean, it's
Played
they
a
got like
gig.
a door guy out there in the tux and everything. Hold the door open all the time. It's
It was an
crazy.
old.
That's where we want Virginia to go to, but
Yeah,
we're
man,
waiting right
'cause
now.
I can wear a tux, bro.
That's what's it called? Gold Leaf.
Gold
Gold
Leaf,
Leaf.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
played a
what-
gig out front of that place. They had like a fall festival. Not one person watched the band, but damn the line.
Yeah,
They're
they
like
get in
people
there.
walking in, whoever playing to all the people walking in and out.
And it's
And
like-
Is that one Haven or something like that? That's a big one at Waldorf Fair.
Yeah, and there's like 3 in Annapolis.
There's one in
Club-
Edgewater.
One in Edgewater.
Yeah.
Used to be a bank, so they got to drive up
Yeah, drive-through.
Yeah, that's a lot of them get old banks. Like one over in Hagerstown's got an old bank there, and it's got 3 drive-throughs in it. You know,
So here's another article I found recently too, where they're doing that down in Virginia right here. So these places right here set up, and they do a 420 special. And when the 420 special comes, they said the traffic is literally screwed up from this.
Yeah.
But it's right here in down on the bottom of Southern Virginia and Tennessee. It's in some area right there that's kind of like really gray area'd.
huh. And that was the place you were telling me about that they do win it or how?
No, it's where they do. It's just a dispensary, but you go in and buy a decal. So you're just buying a sticker for $100 or something, and they give you a bag of weed.
You're not selling the weed, you're selling the sticker.
And that's what everybody's kind of talking about in this article is where that's the gray area and how they're doing it, and gifts. They're
Well, I mean,
basically
it says right
gifting.
in Virginia law that is not.
Right, because gifting is not legal, which is why we don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's trying to find out. Hey, man, if you'd have told me when I was 16, 17,
Right.
Yeah.
When we were running around scared to death with a bag of seeds in our pocket, I remember.
Yeah, it was.
that was
I mean, I loved it.
That was
I've loved to
70s
grow
for me.
since I was 18, 19 years old. But I mean, I just couldn't. I'm 25. I had a kid. I mean, I can't go to prison for plants in my basement anymore. I mean, and once it legalized, I mean, we went all wild at it. We've got our grow room is back here. Got a big indoor grow back here. That's where it's at.
That's awesome.
It's
There's a Centerville, Maryland, which is a little of a town.
right.
Would you drive through there on their days? And man, it's all you smell is skunk. They got a big grow warehouse in there now.
Yeah.
Imagine y'all got a little whiff when y'all coming here, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we did. I was like, oh man, I could have showed.
I was stuck in.
But I'm like him.
I was
man.
stuck in traffic on the Beltway yesterday, in Virginia, and that's all I smelled, man.
Everybody taking a
The
break.
whole
huh?
way back.
No shit.
We
Go
come
ahead
back.
and tell it, 'cause I'm gonna clip this into the video because I still need to put this up anyway.
Yeah, we were coming back from Richmond. We went down to a show in Richmond, and we were coming back. We were sitting on 95 in traffic, sitting there. So I was like, we were in the van. It's all lettered up,
Right.
That on the side of
Hemp
it.
growers.
Live playing.
Yeah.
I mean, there was people. Hey! So we had a big jar of rollies, pre-rolls. So we just started giving them out.
I was holding them out the window, bro. It's
There was
fucking
people in the
hilarious.
car, and we were getting kisses from the
Come
girl,
by.
thumbs up.
Yeah,
and
this lady come by and she wanted one. She's like, maybe, because I just threw one in somebody's car first. Like, they just opened the window. I was like, here you go. She's like, yeah, So then the lady sees it and she pulls up beside and she's like, me. So I handed to give it to her. Son was in the passenger seat. He's sitting over there like this. Oh my God, Mom. Yes! Enjoy! Hand in on her own. It's awesome. We got a couple more to go.
Yeah, we're notorious for going to Jerry's place and giving out rollies all night. Like if I end up there tonight, you'll smell it from the outside area there, and it'll be ours. I mean, he always said, "I always find these things around my place after you leave here." I said, "Well, if people leave them there, I'm giving them to people. I'm just not dropping them on the ground."
Oh, that's one of. I remember playing backseat a few times, and I'd go out to have a cigarette, and I'd be like, "Oh, love is in the air, man.
Yeah.
It's everywhere."
Right.
There's been there was another place up here we played.
I don't remember the name of it, and I think we played with Elizabeth Furnace.
No, it wasn't them. That was that band from Jersey. But
Oh, that's right.
and they were just burning up right in the club.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can drink, I mean, smoke cigarettes out there,
Yeah, why
if it's
not?
legal state, I
Yeah,
mean,
whatever, man.
smoking there, over 21, you'll be in there, so. Yeah,
I'm
Bob,
the same Scott, though, man. Last time I did, the guy gave me a cookie, and I had like half a cookie, and I was just like, I'm so fucking.
yeah, it's no fun to be that high, it's no
I was like,
fun.
I'm going to bed, man.
Right, it's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not edible guys ourselves, because we don't trust
Very
nobody's
rarely.
Yeah.
Someone.
certificate of authenticity. We don't trust them,
Right.
I was somewhere and they handed out these big lollipops, and
Oh,
I was like, and I fell victim to this ain't doing shit.
Uh-huh.
So I did
And
the
it's
whole
so
thing. and
tasty.
Next thing you know, I'm like, gone. Right?
Yeah, he gave a little piece to one of our compound guys around here one morning, right? He comes
Spanish
in,
boy.
comes into the camper. He's got a little piece of chocolate. He said, "He wants some." He said, "Okay." He eats it. Ends up in the hospital, bro.
Yeah, we leave.
And makes videos all day, bro, of how he's like
He's
so
up
high,
in the
don't know
shop,
what's going
in the
on.
back of the shop, like, He was like making videos in case he died so his family could see him.
I love you, mommy. I love you, daddy. I'm going. Yes, it was bad, man. It was
He's
bad.
in the hospital. He's still videoing. They're saying, you can't video in here. He's like, oh, it's for my memory.
He said, it's
For
for
my
my
memory.
memory. It's for my- It was so high, bro. Like 4 hours. We lost him that day. We was looking for him to do something. We was mad at him because he wasn't there and he was in the hospital. It was
Looking all around
crazy.
for him.
Yeah, help that guy out, and he just took the day off.
Yeah.
Good times, man.
He knows better than anything around us. Everything's infused or been touched by something around here, you know. 'Cause we always have people come to our events and stuff. You know, the girls,
But-
you know, the bakers, they bring us all kinds of
But
stuff.
to be fair, too, he comes around all the time with little cookies and stuff, right? And Ronnie will be like, because Ronnie loves these cookies. I like the cookies. He gives us the cookies. We was like offering it back in his eyes. He was like, oh, you're just going to give me this? And it was yeah, I don't think he fully comprehended what it was at first. And then once it kicked in, he's like, oh, man, too late.
Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, well, we'll let y'all sign out of here. Where can people find y'all if they want to, like, book you or something like that? Where-
You can go to actually Facebook, or you can go to foreigncompany.net.
Okay, foreigncompany.net.
Yep,
Okay,
foreigncompany.net.
sweet. Or just reach out on Facebook and get in contact with you. I got your number, so I haven't
Yeah,
been doing
you
it
can do
that way.
too. Yeah. Call for any
yeah.
of the bands.
Once our crowd falls in love with you, we'll get you a couple gigs. I promise you.
Yeah, man,
Cool.
should be able to do that. That'd be
not,
cool.
not doing nothing. Come on out tonight. It's always a fun night with us.
Yep, I
mean,
think
we're
I'm
only
going.
playing
I'm
an
going
hour,
to
but-
Jamie. My buddy Jamie, he's a big Rosie Soul fan. He follows her around, so I'm gonna probably go up there.
Awesome.
Y'all come on at 8.
Yeah.
8. Yeah, we hit it 8 to 9. So, and then
About be about the time I could get there.
about 9:30, we'll be in the truck.
Gone.
On the way back.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and share, man. Go follow these guys. You know what I mean? Hit the comment section. Y'all know how all this works.
Yep, we'll see you next Saturday.
Till next time, happy growing.
See y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, fellas.